Good morning everyone and welcome back to my channel. In today's video I wanted to introduce you to a few mobile applications that will help you saving time in your vegan journey, especially if you are starting out. I know it can be quite daunting to look for the brands and the products that you can switch to. When you are switching to a plant-based diet or trying out the vegan lifestyle, I think it's just a lot of time and a lot of research that goes into it, especially in the beginning, until you find your favorite brands and products. It is time consuming and we could all do with a little bit of time saving. Luckily, this need has been addressed and there are quite a lot of applications, mobile applications that are out there which can help you navigate in your vegan journey. So the first application on the list is to help out with eating out, and this was one of my biggest pain points when I made the switch. It put an additional stress on me and also on my friends, which restaurant we should choose. I was worried if there will be anything on the menu to eat, but I also didn't want to make a big fuss about it. The application HappyCow deemed very useful, which I think I discovered a few months back, so I think I'm using it like for 3-4 months now, and basically every time when I meet up with someone, this is my go-to applications and we can easily decide where to go. You can filter your searches by if you are looking for vegan restaurants only, vegetarian restaurants only, or if you are looking for vegan friendly restaurants, which basically is restaurants that are catering for all types of needs, but they also have really good vegan options. You can see the rating of the restaurants and you can also read reviews from vegans or vegetarians who have been there, and I also find those quite useful because most of the times they mention what they ate from the menu and whether they liked it or didn't like it, which are their favorite meals from the menu. So I just really find this application useful. For food shopping, I have a few applications that I would like to mention. This is another pain point that the plant-based community need to face, is basically when you go to the supermarket and you have to read the labels. The application Is It Vegan allows you to scan the item and it tells you how many vegan ingredients it has and whether it has non-vegan ingredients and which is the ingredient that is non-vegan, assesses whether it is vegan, vegetarian or non-vegan / vegetarian. The app Veganism does the same thing, where you can scan the item and it would give you the assessment whether it's a vegan or non-vegan product. So it's so much quicker to decide whether you can put that item into your basket or not. I find that some of the item may be missing from one of the applications database, but I can find it in the other apps database. Then the app Vegan Pocket it works on the same concept, so you can scan the item. However, it is the result based on user evaluation, and you can see like thumbs up and thumbs down, so like a vegan thumbs up and a vegan thumbs down. You can also contribute whether they vote it up or vote it down, and I think it's also a very smart way to build a database, because if you don't find a product, then you can also add it in and contribute and vote it down or vote it up based on the research or reading you have done on that product. I think this third one is actually my favorite. I do tend to use this more often when I go shopping. And now let's talk about alcohol. There is an application as well that would help you with identifying whether the brand and product, the alcohol brand and product that you are planning to buy, vegan or non-vegan. So if some of you don't know, basically some of the alcohol considered non-vegan because of the processing of the alcohol. They may use eggs or some parts of the fish in filtering the wine, for example, in its processing. Within this application, it is based on searching, so you can search the product name and the brand name, and then it would give you the result whether it's considered vegan or non-vegan. If If you want to check whether the blush you are using or the hand soap you are using is cruelty free, meaning that they are not tested on animals, and also they are not selling their products in China where by law it is required to test the products on animals, then you can turn to the application Cruelty Cutter, where again basically you can scan the item and it would tell you whether the product and the brand is testing on animals or not. And if you do find that a product is not cruelty free, the application gives you the option to raise awareness and share your findings on your social media platforms. You obviously don't have to do this, but there is an option to do so. And also, if you don't find products in their database, then they also ask you to get in touch and send through the details of the product, and then they would do the research and they would extend their database. I do find this a very useful application because I think animal testing is just so cruel and so unnecessary considering the technology we have in. And then my last application that I use quite often when I do my fashion shopping is Good On You. And this application is, well, it does have a vegan aspect, but it covers the brands from sustainability and ethics point of view as well. You can search for a brand and basically you would get an overall rating based on their ethics, what are the best practices they have in place. It gives you a rating on the environment, whether they are using sustainable materials, and it gives you a rating on animal welfare as well, whether the brand is using animal products in their clothing line. And it also gives you some recommendations on similar brands, similar fashion brands that are worth to visit and check their collection out for a more informed and conscious shopping. They started with a US brand database, but a few months back they have updated their database with 500 European brands as well, and they continue to expand this list. So this concludes today's video. I hope you found it useful. I think it's extremely beneficial. These applications are extremely useful if you are just starting out and you are just making yourself more familiar with a plant-based diet or vegan lifestyle. If you did find it useful, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for similar videos in the future. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye my loves!